Warning, don't listen if it's a podcast you want. This is a Chumcast. Just your basic gabfest among chums. A little news, some entertainment, an annoying opinion or two, and, if you're lucky, maybe even a chuckle.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
So it's time to buckle up. Whetstone Entertainment, in association with Is Chill Productions, presents Don't Listen, a basic Chumcast. And here are your hosts, Big Red and The Shebs.
Remember, everyone, just don't be yourselves.
Oh yeah, it's a little ditty about the DLC. Two entitled white boys embracing their sucky.
Love that song. That's good.
This is always just such an exciting, fun time. I mean, we got a new season coming up. All the good vibes. It's season 3, dude. We've survived 3 seasons.
I know.
Of the
Everybody's back. Returned home. Whetstone is chill. Everybody's in the house.
I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs. Pass the frickin' haterade.
Sliding it right down the counter.
So we're getting ready to get all spider monkey on y'all's heads for season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, it's season 3. Brand new, and it's coming up right around the corner. The good news is that there have been no assassination attempts. There have been no alien abductions yet.
A little worried about Ryan when he goes to Alaska, but yeah, okay.
And have you seen my biceps?
They look good.
Can you see my abs?
Yeah. Look. Okay. Now you're showing me. Yeah, they look good.
Check out my calves.
Yeah, a little freckly, but looking, fine as well.
I don't say that to everybody, but what I'm trying to prove here is that only the strong survive. Let's take a little ride into the danger zone. Let's take a deep breath. Let's swallow hard. I think it's time to fly back into the wild. Time to unleash the haters. Because we are namaste for life, bro.
Totally for life.
Let's burn down the house, bro.
Save the trauma for your mama.
I can recall being intimidated a couple different times as a youngster. Like just getting used to that culture. Right, getting used to the culture changes, right? Like people think that this was all black and white, and it wasn't all black and white. Our school had white people, Filipino people, Japanese people, Chinese people, whatever. There were many different cultures, many different skin tones. But I can remember sitting in my Spanish class, and we had a militant Mr. McCormick. He was like a militant.
I had him too.
He was a militant.
Yeah,
dude.
you messed up, man. He gave you 25 paragraphs of this massive.
I got many paragraphs.
You had to write this paragraph over and over and over.
And he would embarrass you, and you'd sit there and you go, I don't know how to conjugate the verb to be in Spanish. I don't know. And he would go desk to desk to desk. And right next to me was this big defensive lineman named Galen Evans. And he was a badass, dude. I mean, he was a badass. Like he was like 6'8", like, he was like a giant. Like, I didn't even want to make eye contact. Like, you just a dude you did not want to fuck around with. You knew it. Mr. McCormick fucked around with him all the time. And one day he went, conjugate the verb to be, Mr. Evans, Galen Evans, or whatever he said. And Galen goes, go fuck yourself. And he gave him 2 fingers. He gave him the 2 middle fingers.
Really?
Yep. Through his little desk. Our desks were like 2 pounds.
They were. Yeah.
Right. Through his little desk, got up and walked out of class. And I remember thinking, wow, that guy's a badass, dude. I gotta become friends with that dude, man. Because I felt like doing that every day that I walked into that Spanish class.
I dropped out. I couldn't take that Spanish stuff. I said, well, it looks like I'm not going to a University of California.
Funny. Not funny.
But it seems crazy that River Phoenix is gone. 1970, he was born, and he had such a crazy existence. But you were kind of a fan, or not really? Do you remember?
No, I know a little bit. I mean, Stand By Me where
the big breakthrough.
is a breakthrough, right? But that's where, if you ask me about what represented my 70s childhood, you could, with the
Jaws.
No, the gang, the Matt McBrides, the Rich Goss.
Oh yeah.
Our
Troublemakers.
our friendship. We used to, that was us. We're going camping. We're walking. We're telling our parents we're staying at somebody's house, but we're actually walking the streets and going out and things. So that really hit home. So I know a little bit about him.
So you also were a favorite of The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones, that he was in.
Yes.
Very few fans of that movie, but you're one of them.
I'm one of them. I like the franchise, and especially the way they catch up with him, and he gets the little scar in his chin, and yeah, the whole thing.
The scar on his chin. So I was a fanatic. I always really appreciated him. Stand By Me, Jimmy Reardon, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, and I think when we get into the Indiana Jones phase, he's on the junk. I think he's doing a lot of smack.
No, I think you have to.
I think he's getting into it at that point, right? Running on Empty was another great film that he made. Mosquito Coast with Harrison Ford. My Own Private Idaho is what drew him and Keanu Reeves to being such good friends. Sneakers, and the movie that I'm trying to get you to watch, The Thing Called Love, which is very interesting because the first Love, River Phoenix had this crazy, eccentric upbringing. He was born in Oregon, and
but they were like in a cult for a little bit. The whole family was in a cult.
It was called the Church of God, and they moved everywhere, right? Oregon, Florida, Venezuela. They were all over the place. And River Phoenix became the breadwinner. So he would go out. He taught himself to play the guitar, and he would go out onto busy street corners and perform by himself. And then he drew his brother Joaquin.
Yeah, and then the other sisters, right? And they all had their kind of hippie names, right? What is it?
River. His actual name is River.
Yes.
His last name is Bottom. River Bottom is his actual. That's his actual name.
Like Bottom.
Bottom, like fat bottom girls. That's his actual name. So he went out to these street corners.
Bottom's a name?
He taught himself how to play the guitar all by himself. And his name was River Bottom.
Blah, blah, blah. Headlines.
Really, politics, it's a pile of so much aggression, anger, anxiety, and stress. And it's all so a bummer. It's just a bummer. Politics is a bummer. And it's very negative. It's filled with all these very negative emotions. But what we're actually consuming, if we actually detach and take a look at what we're watching and what we're listening to and what we're consuming, is a pile of lies, manipulation, and let's throw in a little propaganda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So how does that work?
Way to go, Big Red, with propaganda.
How does that work for humans when they're taking in all of this negative energy? Like, how does that really affect people?
I don't know.
Because we have to admit that really what politics is lies, deception, a little propaganda.
Spinning, it's spinning, right? There's, I don't know. It's complex. There's a lot of layers here.
It's not complex. It's very simple.
There's a lot of layers here.
It's very simple. And the problem that we're trying to shine the light on here is that they've trained us into thinking that it's right or left.
I agree with that. There's right now, and I think, again, I'm not an expert here, but you go back and you listen to experts, in this field. They talk about the founding fathers didn't really want a two political party system, right? That wasn't in their blueprint, but we have become that. And that's tough. You got to kind of pick a side kind of thing, and then...
Oh, you have to pick a side. I mean, we're trained.
And it's difficult. And then in the politics it's difficult to be kind of on one team, but to have a little bit different ideas here and there. But it's hard. But
the core of all that is that it's mostly fictional consumption. And it's news. They frame us right? The media, the propaganda, it all kind of frames you're either right or left. You're either blue team or red team. It's one or the other. And it's obviously,
And if you're in the teams, you can only vote only what your team wants you to vote. It's very hard to not.
but let's throw in there that the base of all this focus is that it's lies. It's lies. Like, I think if the people kept in their mind the entire time that they're hearing a politician speak to them, it's bullshit.
It
Never in my lifetime. It's never happened.
On the worst side, it's lies. On the good side, it's exaggerations.
Bye, Felicia.
Season 3, we're going to provide highlights, lowlights,
Mostly lowlights.
right? We don't want to oversell this thing. We replaced the drunk clowns
With the carnies.
Yeah, and
Total carnies.
And the carnies, we love them because, they don't have any teeth. They're basically all on parole. And
They're usually married to a family member.
and they love the crystal meth. And they're in charge of the tilt-a-wheel
Oh, yes.
and the DLC.
Oh, yeah. It's chills. Yeah, they come from carny backgrounds.
Just like my ex-girlfriend, no teeth.
Oh, yeah. I remember meeting her.
Jeez, I miss her.
I'm sure. You really do?
We're going to do the freak-offs in season 3, too. The Diddy freak-offs.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a new chapter. It's a brand new chapter of the next level of stupid. Only here on the DLC. And it's all free. You know what we say about free. You better beware of anything that's free.
Yeah, you buyer beware.
Nothing's free.
No, we really need people to donate, but that's a different topic.
What about that music mix on the mountains on Sunday night?
Love the mountain. Yes, yeah, I do some of my work and put on the music mix. It's fantastic.
I mean, they do a little 70s. They do a little 80s. They do a little new music. They do some 90s alternative.
Great mix.
And then they throw us in on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock.
Ruin everybody's night.
What a music mix. Just focus on the music.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on Friday. We're going to become the experiment. It's our turn in line. We finally made it to the front of the line. We are the experiment. And experience it, really.
Yeah, it's an experience to try to listen to us. Yeah.
It's our own little version of hell.
Yeah. Alcohol helps.
Don't get all excited, dude. You're getting a boner. Ew. Freaking gross.
You said boner?
So rude. I get accused. We're going to get to a couple of DMs that we've gotten a bunch of DMs, and we're not even in season 3 yet.
Yeah, we even started the season.
The off season, and people are still heckling us. But I get called rude and vulgar repeatedly.
Yeah, but that's nothing new for you.
And I don't even feel like it triggers me, dude. I don't even feel like I'm rude or vulgar half the time.
No, you're just a redhead.
People are triggered very easily these days.
Tell me about it.
But we have risen. I just want you to feel this because I got the goosebumps right now. We have risen from the ashes. We have escaped the dragon's jaws and are right back into the fire with season 3.
Insane in the membrane.
Well, the idea that, just the when you really get detached from the political lies and you see through it, like it takes detachment. You cannot be emotionally attached to see clearly with anything. But if you emotionally pull back and you see these politicians, dude, they're promising us they're giving us everything that we want to hear. And I will just say in my lifetime as being a human, it's never been the truth. Like if a politician actually becomes president and then they actually do what they have promised, it's like a miracle, dude. It's like a lightning bolt from the 10 commandments of Moses on the top of Mount Zion.
Yeah.
It does not ever happen. We're living like in a fantasy world.
Politicians say what they're going to do, but they don't say, how are you going to do that, right? So that's always kind of the question, because it's there's House of Representatives, right? 435 other people.
So why do we let these people put us in a box? Why do we buy into this left and right? Why do we buy into picking a team? Why don't we say, screw you, politicians?
Because that is.
Why is there two? Why is there two? Why can't there be 19?
It's going to take a long time.
That's one bad mother.
I think a lot of people kind of get the sense that Al Capone came from this gangster family. Not at all. He didn't come from a bad family at all. His family was hardworking. They were God-fearing immigrants who unfortunately landed in the slums.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right? 5 points.
Okay.
Do you know anything about 5 points?
Just from that other movie with Daniel Day-Lewis and...
Another lie. Another lie.
Yeah.
The theme of our show today is lies.
Okay.
It's Hollywood lies. But that does give a pretty fun depiction of what the 5 points ghetto barrio was all about back in those days, right? So his parents were good, God-fearing immigrants that come to Brooklyn, and they have this kid, Alphonse.
Nice boy.
Bred and born and bred out of love.
Yeah, there you go. So what's the problem?
Out of God-fearing. They were hardworking. So
Taught him well.
They taught him well, but he's in this little filthy area. There's a lot of crime going on around him.
Yeah.
Right? It's the 5 points. Now, if anybody Google that.
I'm Googling 5 points?
Yes. Right now while I'm talking.
All right, hang on.
So the 5 points is serious. Like, this is what a real ghetto was really all about. And unfortunately, it's a neighborhood where Alphonse, Mr. Capone, was raised as a child. So he found his way. He was a pretty good student, but he did get kicked out of school when he was 14 years old for punching his female teacher in the face.
What?
He was hanging out on the docks. He was leaving the house and he was hanging out at the docks with a bunch of ruffians. He was learning lessons. He was probably getting his ass kicked a little bit. And the teacher said something wrong to him, and boom, took it to her jaw.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Like this an uplifting event.
Capone had his this is just so brilliant. Like, it is so brilliant what he did here. He had all of his people dress up in police uniforms.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
how devious is this? I mean, who's reading this history? Like, I wonder who is, besides us, who is reading this history. So, he has oh my God. And they just take care of everybody. They just knock it all out.
And then as kids growing up in the 70s, we were started to get exposed to those Time Life books. You would start to see those black and white photos from the St. Valentine's Day massacre, and you're just going, wow.
They dressed up as cops, and then they shot up everything in sight until they got to the mob boss that he wanted to take out. They literally took out everything that was standing.
Apparently, it was a massacre.
Yeah. Dude, it sounds scary, right? The St. Valentine's Day massacre in 1929. So
there you go.
This is kind of his big claim to fame. So they shot everybody up until they got to the mob boss, and the brutality really shocked the entire world. They had never really seen anything like that before. And his profile as the mob heavyweight went all the way to the top.
Bye, Felicia.
Alrighty, then let's get back to season 3 now. The highlights, the lowlights. I got to let these people know, Shebs, that they got to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You gotta.
What's it called?
Oh, Don't Listen Chumcast.
So they got to subscribe if they want to win anything. Like, we're going to give away a bunch of stuff.
Just subscribe. It's not a big deal.
But the thing is this, you don't get anything for free. So the stuff that we're going to give away is stuff that you will more than likely throw away.
Oh, the mugs are so popular. Keychains. Oh, and don't even forget the big hot air balloons that we give away.
But it's free. Hey, now.
Yeah, it's free.
Holla! 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 Holla!
So let me read some of these hollows before we get out of here, because I think we've taken up way too much time.
Yeah, we're not even doing a season yet, and people are still writing in.
Yeah, so Darth Vader, Darth Vader Dave on Mars says, quit screwing around and let's go. We hear a lot of this. Tired of all the stupid promos. Let's get your asses in gear and get the new season going.
Okay.
And I think Darth Vader Dave set a record for the number of DMs that we got on Facebook in one day.
Is that true, guys? Yep. They're saying
I'm
yes.
very, very frustrated. He doesn't know what he's asking for. Diddy in court. Freak offs are mine.
Okay, that's
all mine. Get your own shit. I'm just kidding. Virginia Beach loves y'all.
Thank you for Virginia Beach.
Oh, Sheila is in Charlotte.
Hi, Sheila.
You guys are so freaking weird, especially for a couple of white boys. That's racist.
Yeah, kind of. It just feels a little offensive.
Oh, she says she likes weird, though.
Oh, that's a shame.
Where's the new stuff already?
It's coming.
Riding us like Zorro.
That's what she said.
Todd in Lake Shasta.
Oh, way up Northern California.
So Todd grew up with Big Red. That's me. And he says, once a freak, always a freak. Great. It's never too early for these clowns. Do you still like the fat girls and cheat on tests? Nah, you're cool. Just kidding. But I'm ready for some new stuff. Will you please bring it?
Well, that's what we're here for.
Feels like you're stalling.
Stalling for what?
We are kind of stalling. Material. We don't have much material. We're trying to get organized.
This Chill had stuff to do. Whetstone had stuff to do. Now we're all back together. It's okay. We're here. We're ready to go.
All right, last one, and I'm getting out of here. Cynthia in Kansas City. What did you do with my $250 donation? You need to be accountable.
Went to Fernando's. That's why.
$250 is going a long way.
Well, there's a lot of people here, so that's
I'm not accountable for any of it. They don't even show me the money around here.
No, it's not our job. But anyway, I'm ready for season 3. Big Red, how about you?
Yeah, we got plenty of giveaways. We got good times. We got great vibes. And we're going to be on you like, spider monkeys.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't listen. A Basic Chumcast has been an exclusive presentation of Whetstone Entertainment in association with Is Chill Productions. Subscribe, follow, like, and share us while on your favorite social media hangouts and our YouTube channel. We're not into begging, but if you like us, review us and support us by continuing to check us out on your favorite podcast platforms. Find more fun and hit us with your feedback at don'tlistenchumcast.com.
Yeah, that's fantastic.